Oh, I didn't know it was top versus bottom. So Moonrai, this is funny. So he doesn't know Vulcan very well. Moonrai always says, yeah, sorry, the mic was car. I wasn't talking yet. But yeah, Moonrai, he says that Protoss always goes 12 Nexus on Radion. So he's trying to blind counter 12 Nexus, but Vulcan, like, never does 12 Nexus. He actually hates the build, as did I when I played Protoss. So he just doesn't have the information that, yeah, the Vulcan doesn't do 12 Nexus. It's just not a thing for him. He's already all-inning.
Hey, what's up, dude?
Hey, man. So what do
Hey,
you
can I
think?
call you back in like 20 minutes? I'm watching a show match right now.
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. Sorry, I didn't realize you were busy.
Yeah, well, I'm watching Moonrai Vulcan. Oh, man. Oh, my God.
I think he's dead. So, if you win with a BBS here, do you just BBS for the entire series, you think?
I mean, Moonrai doesn't have the courage to BBS back to back.
Yeah.
But I don't think this works. Oh, oh my God. I don't think this works. Does he have a goon on the way?
It's gotta be close, right? Yeah, there it is. Here's the thing. No.
It didn't work.
It's over.
It didn't work?
It's over.
Fucking held. Dude, I'm so... How could you be so... Why did he do this build? Why did he do this unnecessary build?
It's funny because before the series started, we specifically said if Moonrai loses any games, it's gonna be because of random failed all-ins. Or like push timings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no point to doing this. Like, Moonrai is pretty favored in straight up macro, I think.
I think so
At
too.
least on paper. Ugh.
I think timing pushes for Moonrai would be Vulcan most of the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was saying at the beginning, I don't know if you could hear me, the Moonrai, he does BBS almost always on this map because he just assumes that Protoss is going to go 12 Nexus. Here's the thing, is it still going to work?
No. No.
You don't think so?
No, there's no way. He has 2 SCVs mining.
Yeah, but if you kill him, it doesn't matter how many you have mining. Yeah, there's no way this is going to work, Sterling. This is like way too hype from you, I think.
GG.
GG.
Wow. Fuck. Can I swear on your stream?
Yeah, I don't care. There's no slurs, but swear away. I don't care.
Freaking embarrassing for Moonrai. Game 1 gets absolutely rolled.
Yeah, freaking is kind of crossing a line, but...
Yeah, I didn't want to... I know Twitch can be a little bit touchy about freaking and...
Let me...
Yeah. YouTube also. Both. Okay, so that was pathetic showing.
Oh boy. Is Vulcan gonna take it? This is for 25 bucks, man. You know, I always thought that when money was on the line, Moonrai, like, doesn't lose to anybody.
That's what people were saying. Like, I thought he locks in, and that's where he plays really, really well. But this game, we saw he just did a huge gamble
Yeah, huge
with
gamble.
no information. Just going for a completely blind gamble. Really for no reason.
For actually no reason. I mean, there's some logic to it in Moonrise head, you know, which is every Protoss always goes 12 Nexus on Radeon. What he doesn't know is that Vulcan does almost exclusively 23 Nexus every single game of his life. He hates 12 Nexus.
Yeah. Honestly, I mean, I kind of like. I think Moonrai is quite good against 12 Nexus generally. He's good at rushing it. So for Vulcan to just do his standard thing, 23 Nex, I think it'll work out pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm calling it now that Vulcan gets one more win off of a failed FD rush. At the very least. Like, I don't know what the overall score is going to be, but that's going to happen at least once in this series.
Yeah, I think Moonrai loves to do, like, a shitty half-assed FD, so we're probably going to see that.
Mm-hmm.
We're probably also going to see some SCV pull to try to kill a Nexus that maybe works, maybe doesn't. One of those pulls that shouldn't work, but does, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
You know what we need? I'm going to create a Moonrai Showmatch bingo card. And it's going to have things like 5-fact with 30 SCVs, and then it works anyway. Like, something like that.
Yeah, just... all he needs is 30, and he just...
Like, failed all in, wins the game anyway. This like, has to be on a Moonrai bingo card.
Yep. Gets way behind somehow, and then wins the game by counterattacking.
Yeah.
Did he just send all his SCVs to the same patch?
It looks like something maybe went wrong at some point, because we got 4 here on the center, and we had 3 unused patches on the bottom, but they'll sort themselves out. That's part of it, you know?
Yeah, you know, they'll get working.
I know of some people that just never mind the right patches, no matter what.
I know, it's triggering for me to watch somebody do non-optimized mining.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love mining optimization. And Moonrai, he's at 400 APM, so I don't get why he's sending all his workers to the same patch.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little bit odd, but I'm pretty sure there is a method to the madness, so I don't question Moonrai too much. I typically watch to try and learn more than criticize when I watch Moonrai. He's currently hardstuck B rank, but he actually is like an S level player. He just can't quite ever get S. So I really think he's a good one to study.
He is, and he's been studying, and like the lower half of his patches will mine out later.
Exactly.
It's not worth nothing, depending on the game state. That can be pretty valuable. Looks like he's going for a Vulture FE.
Mm-hmm.
With a, as you said, a 23 Nexus here from Volcan.
Yeah, Volcan. You know, you were talking about the saving mining for later, and I think this is actually a really valid point because Moonrai does this quite often. There was actually a game I was watching. He was playing on Polypoid, of all maps, believe it or not, against Julia. And Julia went into his base. It was like 26 minutes or something. He like went for a drop into his main base, and he actually made a comment that I thought was pretty amazing. He really realized the kind of the brilliance behind what Moonrai does, and he said something like, "How is he still mining his main base?" And that's just something that catches people off guard with Moonrai a lot. It's like you're killing so much and he just keeps on coming. That's because he just doesn't run out of money.
It does. It's incredible. I mean, I haven't seen the pros approach the game this way, but if in 5 years there's a meta switch, I wouldn't be shocked.
I hope that tank is getting close, because we do have range done on this goon. We lost our vulture for 2 probes. Yeah, here comes the tank now. Goon's at least going to get these 2 marines really low. And I mean, I guess it's going to be okay. We're actually going to kill the goon, which is really nice for Moonrai. And Moonrai continues making marines. He might just go, honestly. Who knows? That's the joy of Moonrai, is you never know what's about to happen.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're right. You're right. If I was watching a different player, I would assume that they were definitely going to be doing a timing attack. Moonrai, you never know. And usually what you think he's going to do, he'll do something else.
Yeah. Well, 3 goons, in theory, should absolutely dumpster this push. We have 2 marines that are 1 tap away, and only a single tank. That being said, Moonrai might get some miracle mine hits, you never know. Although,
should the goons be more forward?
I would like them more forward personally, because you definitely, once you get pushed back in here, it actually gets kind of hard. But it is only going to be 1 tank, so it's not too bad. Observer should be out relatively soon as well. Yeah, there it is now. So I think this does nothing. I think that Volcan just missed an opportunity to jump straight on that tank. But that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I mean,
it's just not going to do anything.
Vulcan's not going to take that much damage, so he'll be fine.
Yeah, and
he just needs to stay calm,
okay,
and not eat mines.
Like that?
Yeah, like that. Just stay calm like that. Be really careful with the Dragoons.
No, we lost 1 goon to the mine, but that's okay. It's okay, it happens. Another part of the bingo card would be Moonrai gets vultures in the main and kills way less probes than he should have. So let's see if he gets that one this game here.
Yeah, man, but you do not want to be a Nexus around Moonrise vultures, because you will take shots, man.
Dude, did you see
the like, what the hell, bro?
The clip that I sent you? He somehow clicked the probe and the Nexus at the same time, so that one vulture shot at the probe and the other one shot the Nexus. It was actually pretty impressive. And yeah, so here we go. Vulture's gonna get inside. Let's see how many probe kills we get.
1, 2, 3.
Right, so far, so good.
This is clean. 4. Oh my god. This is the 1A, 2A, 3A map paying off.
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Where's the 7? Okay, well that was pretty good.
Moonrai is thinking to himself, why did I BBS in the first game?
Alright, so that was actually pretty good, pretty good. Pretty good damage there for Moonrai. Yo, Axis, thanks for the raid, man. I appreciate that.
And it looks like Moon's SCV production has been pretty good this game as well.
Yeah.
And he's skipped eBay, just doing the Armory Academy build, going up to 4 factory, and dropping a 3rd, so he's in great shape.
Yeah, and behind this for Volcan, not a whole lot going for him. 3rd Nexus just now finished. Citadel Forge on the way, so this is pretty standard. And this is kind of what I expect from Volcan every single game, is just hyper standard, normal Nexus timings. He likes to play Arbiter style. And I just expect that every game, honestly. Like, I don't think we're going to see anything weird or wacky from Volcan. Who is Volcan? So Volcan is Zen, rebranded.
And I like this approach from Volcan. This is a really good way to, like, take on an RTS game where you play standard, and it's gives you the most opportunity to learn from each game you play, especially if you're a little busy and you don't have time to grind like 10 hours a day like Moonrai does, and I do. You keep your game tree a little bit more narrow, and you can just like do your plan and learn your plan, and it's good, and it works really well.
Yeah, I think that getting really good at a standard style and then learning other stuff is a good way to approach the game. That being said, I think Moon's approach is also good, which is just make something up every single game. And sometimes it's really good and sometimes it's not. And then you watch the replay at time 16 and you learn from that.
That's exactly what you do. You just watch it times 16. You know, some games are standard, some games are Nexus first bullshit. It is what it is.
Dude, we are killing so many probes.
Okay, we're not scratching off the bingo card.
Yeah.
Vultures get in and don't kill stuff.
Yeah, definitely not. These vultures are doing insane damage every time. Yeah, looking pretty bad for Zen after that one. He just had an entire mineral line pretty much cleared now, and you know, he's only on 3 Nexus, which Moonrai's also on 3 command centers, so it doesn't really look good for Protoss in this situation. Our factory count looking pretty good. We're going up to, what is this, 7 now?
Yeah, he's just gonna end the game.
Yep.
I think. He's got plenty of scan, plenty of depots.
Yeah, not looking good for Zen. You know, there's no future for Moonrai, as far as his tech goes. There's no starport or anything like that, so we're definitely just gonna push like this, and that is pretty typical of Moonrai. He's not really a macro player. He's a kill your opponent kind of player.
Yep, he'll kill you. Credit to Moonrai though for his SCV count. It's pretty good. I've never seen him with this many SCVs at a third base, and I've played probably 500 or 600 games against him.
Yeah, it really kind of drives home just how different Moonrai is when there's money on the line. Like, he really is just a completely different beast when there's a reason to play to win.
He is, and a lot of people don't understand that. Is he shows up to win that money. He calls it Skrilla, I think.
Skrilla?
He says he shows up to win the Skrilla. Yeah.
Alright.
And he actually has a good economy. He's been doing a bunch of harassment. Volcan is caught off guard. I think he maybe is a little nervous because of the BBS game, and he's playing a little bit nervous. He lost a lot of his probes to Terran vultures.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. And that may even be a large part of why we went for that BBS in game 1. It's kind of a throwaway game, right? Like, Moonrai plans on losing that first game more or less intentionally, because by opening BBS, Volcan is now afraid of like any early game craziness for the rest of the series now, right? And so now Moonrai can play a normal game like this, and Volcan, all he can think about this whole game is, you know, is he BBSing me or not?
Exactly. Like, Volcan, he's going to go for the 23 Nexus because he just saw the BBS and he's like, what could it be? It could be anything. There could be Marines and bunkers anywhere. And it's just a really scary situation. And now we're seeing Moonrai reap the rewards of that. He's siege pushing this 4th base, Ozzy.
Yeah, this 4th base is a goner. There's no 4th base coming down at 6 o'clock or anything like that behind this. Moonrai, you know, in the meantime, during this push, we got a sci-fi on the way, too. We're scanning everywhere. We're making sure we're safe. We're clearing up these units under this Arbiter. And there's just no future for Volcan, I think.
Oh my god. Volcan putting massive pressure in the main army versus main army. He's forced to pull back with his Arbiter due to the siege tanks combined with the scanners, and GG is called! We have a 13-minute game. Moonrai takes game 2 on Polestar.
Yeah, insane play from Moonrai. I love that setup from game 1 for this game specifically. I think it's so smart. And he's really controlled the tempo by throwing that first game pretty much for the whole series, and it's going to be really hard for Volcan to recover from this, both mentally and physically.
It is. It absolutely is. Because think physiologically about what happens to your body after this sequence of events. Okay, you play against the BBS, and you're already terrified.
Yeah.
And now you get your 4th base gets siege pushed at 12 minutes. Your body is not going to handle that well. That puts stress and strain on a lot of your glands throughout your skin and body, and your brain, the brain chemicals, and just causes a lot of issues.
Yeah, and that kind of stress can actually cause like physical issues, right? Like when you're stressed like that, you start aging faster, right? You're
Yes.
just physically unhealthy, and it's like,
Yes.
think about it. He just got BBS'd and then died to a 13-minute push. He now has to worry about everything between BBS and 13 minutes for this whole game right here. Like, what's coming next, you know?
It's brutal, and it's hard for me because I'm an empath, and so just by imagining that situation, I start to have heart palpitations. I start to sweat.
Yeah.
I get very uncomfortable,
Yeah, I can hear it
and
in your voice.
my voice may be a little shaky. I've been told that I have a stutter from my friend Ray, who was telling me that.
Yeah.
Um,
And you do. Just for the record, you do.
yes. Well, because I get nervous sometimes, especially when I'm, talking to different people. I get really nervous. Listen, we have a probe
It's going very
moving out
early.
on the map. Vulcan is panicking. He's not sticking to his system.
Yeah.
He is a 23 Nexus guy, and we have probe.
And this isn't aggression, by the way, guys. I guarantee it. This is Vulcan scouting for that BBS right now. Like, he's so traumatized from game 1 still that he's going to build a pylon here in middle so he can see if a BBS gets started in the middle of the map at some point.
So, this doesn't make sense to me to put the... Because a barracks can't fit here. So I feel like the pylon, you want it to be blocking an area where barracks could fit.
Yes.
Oh, is he just going to use gateways for that?
Yeah, so I think what he's going to do here is... So he's kind of preemptively expecting a BBS, right? So he's going to make 2 gateways in the center of the map, and the thought process here is that if Moonrai makes 2 barracks, his 2 gateways will be more powerful than both of those barracks.
So this is kind of a defensive opener.
Yeah, this is super defensive.
Where he just wants to be ultra safe and make sure he can get that Nexus up.
Yeah. Yeah, and you see here he's scouting down here. He's like, is there a barracks down here? He's like, where are those 2 barracks at? They got to be somewhere on the map.
And I do expect we're going to mostly see first scouts today because I don't think there's a delay on the stream.
Yeah, there's not.
So, not surprised to see a first scout here from Vulcan. Moon, we should see that bunker going down anytime.
Yeah. And Vulcan's going to get in here, and he's going to be very disappointed to see that Moonrai only built 1 barracks. So he didn't really quite get the counter build he's looking for. So now he's going to be forced to use these zealots aggressively and try to get some damage onto Moonrai because he just did not get the counter build that he wanted.
Well, plans are built in layers, and Vulcan is basically playing like a garden onion right now because he's on to his second layer of his plan. And and we see Moonrai also scouting the correct way, so no surprise there. We got the first Zealot coming in, and there's that bunker.
Yeah, the bunker does start. And here's some SVs are going to be pulled. They're going to try and fight this a little bit. He's going to try to get the bunker up, and if that bunker gets up, it's kind of game over. We have that forge coming from Vulcan. This is an appropriate response, and the bunker's coming up. That SCV probably going to jump on top of this pylon to kind of stress Vulcan out a little bit here, having to worry about that pylon potentially dying at some point.
Yep, if this is a really effective thing to do if you have the multitask to like actively micro it, but I don't think the pylon's going to go down. We will see. There's a lack of multitask on both sides.
Yeah.
Equally.
This game is over.
Over. Yeah. You were gonna say over. I was thinking over.
Yeah.
The Zealots, I think, are gonna die to the Vulture.
Yeah. And I suspect after this we're gonna see we're gonna go back to that 23 Nexus build. Then we're trying to metagame the BBS, I think.
Yep. I agree. Or, honestly, if he just does Gateway Shield Battery, like he did in Game 1.
Yeah.
That worked so well.
Ooh, and this is a classic mistake that Vulcan's making right now.
Oh yeah. Nobody's played more games than Moonrai has on Polypoid.
Or even is Polypoid. I don't even have this map in my... Give me a minute here, guys. We're gonna try to find this one. This map is... I hate this map so much that I don't even know where it's at, man. Here we go. We got one.
So the match score is 2-1, and you can see Moonrai is reaping the benefits of the Game 1 Gambit.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, he's clearly won both of these games because of that BBS, the failed BBS in Game 1.
Yes.
But yeah, as I kind of mentioned, I didn't quite get to delve into it too much yet. So Vulcan, you can see the panic after these games. He just accidentally picked Moonrai's best map. And there's actually, so we've talked to Moonrai before about like why he likes this map, and he actually has a really good explanation as to why he likes this map so much. He's, you know, there was a conversation. We said, we asked him, we're like, hey, Moonrai, why do you like Polypoid so much? And he said, you guys don't understand. I like Polypoid a lot because I'm really good at it.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's really good at it, therefore he likes it.
Yeah. Exactly.
The logic checks out.
Yeah, and so Vulcan just kind of a little bit of a kind of self-execution here with this map choice here, and I can't help but just go ahead and preemptively call it 3-1 lead for Moonrai.
Yep, I'm going to agree with that. I concur. We have a 3-1 situation. Question for you:
Mm-hmm.
Does Moon's logic operate in reverse as well? So for the maps that he doesn't like Litmus, Minstrel, Roaring Currents, Eclipse, is he not good at those maps, or does the logic work both ways?
100%. 100% it does. So I actually played him on Screaming Sea once recently. We played a match for money, and luckily for me, he lost on purpose. He realized that I needed the money, so he did lose on purpose. But I will say that when we played on Screaming Sea, he tried to cheese me, and you know, when we asked him, we were like, hey, like why are you cheesing so much? Are you scared? And he was like, no, I don't like that map. So I was like, okay, well that makes sense. Like, of course you're cheesing, of course you're losing on purpose, like you don't like the map. He did lose to me on Polypoid after, but that was different. Like I said, like he could have won on Polypoid, like obviously it's hopeless for me.
Well, you also basically cheesed him in that game. You went into factory into command center.
Yeah, I did.
And like you used all your SCVs, which I think is a little cheesy.
It was cheesy. Like I will actually take responsibility for that. So he walked up with one siege tank and sieged it on my neck and my command center, and I had like no units to go fight him, right? And then I pulled the SCVs to kill the siege tank, and I actually felt like legitimately guilty for doing that because I give him such a hard time for cheesing all the time, and then I'm gonna turn around and attack his siege tank with a bunch of SCVs. So this was kind of a double standard, and I've actually lost a lot of sleep over this, so I don't really appreciate you bringing it up again.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I won't talk about that again. I mean, everybody goes through different things. That's a mistake that you have to live with, but I don't have to bring it up. I don't have to be that guy that brings it up. I won't.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that.
So, Vulcan, people do this, right? If you get called out for always scouting first on the stream, obviously you're going to scout the wrong way in the next game. So that's what we're seeing from Vulcan. Moonrai is not on that same level, so he just keeps
he'll just do it every game, like regardless. Like he's just going to keep first scouting. Like he doesn't realize that he maybe should try to hide a little bit. Vulcan like semi-hit it. He went for a in-scout, which, you know, he can make the argument, oh, I in-scouted because he scouted me first, so it had to be this. And here we have Moonrai. This is always something that Terrans do that I think is really smart. When you eBay block a 23 Nexus, it doesn't really do anything. But I like the idea.
Yes, I like blockading things. Always, I'm a big fan of blockades. I think that Protoss can just throw down a robotics facility in their main base, and then build a Nexus afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of times you'll just
And
see
then
that 29 Nexus in response,
yeah,
which means that you end up like kind of delaying your own CC a little bit anyway. But it's okay.
and then if you're Snow or Bonneth, you can just make a Reaver, fly it across in a shuttle, and kill the Terran.
Yeah, I personally I agree with you. I think if someone eBay blocks me when I'm going 23 Nexus, I think the Robo before Nexus is like really good. Um, Vulcan though, we went for that 29 Nexus. You know, that's okay. Keeps throne. You know, 29 Nexus is still okay.
And I'm trying to think about what. So Moonrai is obviously is very strong at mind games,
Yep,
and we've seen that in the series. And he, in a lot of ways, is in a favorable position when it comes to mind games.
he is.
You can see that he's pushing back 2 Dragoons with 1 tank, which just shows the nature of the position for both these players right now.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're Moonrai, are you going to do maybe a second factory after command center? Maybe go into a 4th depot?
Yeah, so we're gonna go and just keep making depots. Yeah, we're
Sure.
going up to 5 depots. We're gonna be at about 40 out of 60, which is good. It's pretty good. There's probably gonna be some aggression here from Moonrai. We got that early 2 factory here, right? And he's doing the.
Yeah.
I really hope he doesn't go DT build, and I really really like this build. If you know what your opponent's doing without scouting, you know what I mean?
It's a beautiful roll of the dice, and the funny thing is, when there's a live cast, the dice are weighted. Okay, so Vulcan going 3-gate Robo, which is basically soft counter to Moon's build, but it's going to require some micromanagement. Let's see how that goes. Siege mode is up. That means we're not going to have Vulture speed for the rally. There's a lot of Dragoons. There is a Terran bunker being constructed, and a lot of Terran units. A lot of Protoss probes coming out. A lot of Terran Protoss Dragoons. They're fighting here in the middle. Let's see what's going to happen.
This has
Some tanks are
been
dying.
the worst case targeting from Vulcan.
Yeah.
It's a little bit unfortunate. We took 1 tank to 1 hit, then took the other tank to 1 hit, and then we started shooting the Marines. So not
Goes
going
back to game 1.
ideally.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. It's honestly it's just the continued effects. Look at that body blocking. That is beautiful from Moonrai.
Yep. That's huge. And this puts him in honestly a great position. I think he's probably equal on workers with Protoss now.
It's very possible. He did make, it looks like 2 workers possibly since that push started, which is actually pretty good for Moonrai.
Yeah, I mean, he's got 6 at the natural. Compared to Zen, who has 11. So, yeah, it's quite interesting.
Workers
It's
are
quite...
suspiciously close, actually. I think Moon still has slightly more because he's a little slightly oversaturated on his main compared to his natural. But the real issue is that
There's a lot of issues. I mean,
there's a lot of
Ozzy,
issues.
Ozzy, there's so many issues right now happening.
Yeah. Trying to figure out what's happening, to be honest with you. So Vulcan's gonna keep making goons for a little bit. That's pretty much all he's gonna be doing, and that's fine. And okay, so here we go. This is the classic. So I was talking about how Moonrai likes to do these factory explosions, but the issue is that he doesn't have enough SCVs for the explosion part. So it's more like you make some factories when you get a chance.
Yeah. And that's such a creative style where it's not like an explosion, but it's, you just make them when you get a chance. And Moonrai finds a way to put so much pressure on his opponents that it works.
And here we go
And then
once
here
again.
we go again, vultures. I feel like we're gonna see 3, maybe 4 probes killed.
All right, Nexus took a shot. That's pretty standard
Yep.
for these.
4, 5, 6.
This is pretty good. Pretty good damage.
Moon's catching up in workers.
Don't tell me he gets out. Even a probe gets a kill. Alright, well, good damage by Moonrai again. Even though, like, he still killed a decent number of workers, and we disrupted the mining in the main, right? So there's that additional damage that Vulcan's taking here from this run by.
This is starting to look dicey. We have the double observer stack, which is probably because he wants to run them over a turret.
But there is no turret.
And in
or
the
scanner.
main.
I'm sorry, there is one turret. Or there's 2 turrets at the natural only.
Oh, so he, yeah. I don't know why we're doing the double op stack, but I don't need to know. That's not for me to know. When you're this far behind in a match, and you're playing against somebody as unpredictable as Moonrai Terran, what do you do? How do you come back? Do you come back on defense? Do you come back on offense?
So what I would do is, if I saw my opponent goes for like these 11-minute academies like this, I would just make a DT or something, you know.
Oh, DT, yeah.
But these vultures are gonna get in, kill a few more probes again, disrupt the mining again, and I think if Vulcan doesn't learn to keep the vultures out, he is gonna have a rough game. What is it gonna be, 5?
Yeah. I don't know if we're gonna see a game 5. I think
Well, it has to be.
Vulcan may he may tap out.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah,
This may be a 3-1 best of 7.
and that's actually very, very possible, especially because we did we picked Moonrai's best map, and like, look what's happening to us, right? Like, this will kind of crush anybody's spirits.
Oh, those dragoons.
Vulcan, good-mannered as always.
Yep. Look, he's a good-mannered guy. Like, say what you want about his StarCraft play, and, you know, some people might even say mean things. I wouldn't. But he's a very good-mannered guy, and a good friend of mine. And I hope he wins the series. I was really excited that he won Game 1.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I do kind of hate that if Zen loses this next round as well, that we were correct that the only game he won was Moonrai self-destructing. I'm really, really hoping he can kind of clean his game up a little bit, start plugging those pylon holes, you know?
Yep.
Because I think if he can get to a normal game where he's not taking damage, then he actually can stop these pushes.
So, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I am.
Right. We're synchronized on this. 2-base DT, something very solid where he doesn't overextend. He has a quick DT to deal with any push. He gets like a 2-base DT drop into Arbiter. I feel like that is just a really, really solid Vulcan build.
Yep. Yeah, I think Moonrai has started to realize that Vulcan is like too straight up. And he's just cutting all these corners now. But that's what that last game definitely looked like to me.
Yeah, he completely skipped all forms of detection. Just playing pure gamble StarCraft. I mean, that's been the series for Moonrai since Game 1, right? He did BBS, and then Games 2 and 3, he basically got no detection, Um,
Well, here,
so
okay,
that's
so
just where
this
we're
makes
at.
sense. So he just explained that he got the no detection build. So apparently Scan does this, and I actually didn't know this. Scan likes to do these really late 3-tank pushes with no detection, against Protoss without any scouting information, and that actually
Oh,
explains why that worked so well. Because you got it
oh,
just
so like a pro gamer level build.
yeah. Yeah, it's where you make 6 SCVs for your natural. You go 3 tanks, no scan, no eBay, and pray to God that your B rank opponent didn't make DTs. Like that actually really sounds like something Scan would do, and that actually would explain how he's got such a consistently high win rate as well.
Yeah, it really would. It really would. And I can't wait to see Moon just shoot up the ladder and be IS, just like Scan, now that he has the Scan build.
Yeah, and I think one thing that's really working in Moonrai's favor right now is he's copying Terran builds instead of Rich builds, because we've seen in the past that when he copies Rich's builds, he has a really hard time like executing the build. You know what I mean? But that was like a perfect execution of Scan's build, I think.
I hear the critique, but I mean, two Robo's a very hard style to play
Yeah,
because you have to remember the second Robo.
it is. It is a
And
crucial part of the build, and it those things they
yeah,
cost a lot, dude. They cost a lot.
they do. It's hundreds of resources.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see Zen play this game 5. I think it looks like he's going for Nexus first, which is a great choice on Knockout.
it is a very good choice on
I think it's
knockout.
really, really good choice. Um,
And I like seeing this from Vulcan because he's really kind of calling me a liar, like outright. Because I said he was a 23 Nexus only kind of guy, and we got a 9-9 and now a 12 Nexus. So I guess I'm just an idiot.
well, he's approached the series in a way that's going to throw Moon off a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's actually a really good point. He didn't go 12 Nexus on a map that a lot of Protoss players don't go 12 Nexus on, even though Moonrai thinks they do. And then he did go 12 Nexus on probably the most common 12 Nexus map. And there's just no way Moonrai could have seen this coming.
Nope, there is no way. 2 gateways, cross map scout. I like the cross map scout.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I like it for him because 2-gate's going to be correct here. I would have liked it more if he scouted sooner, so that he would know if he could have gone greedy or not.
yeah, you just cancel the second gateway.
I guess. Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. I would like that version a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, you just cancel the second gate. That's all you got to do. You go core gas.
Alright. Makes sense.
How many SCVs do you think Moon brings?
Probably 12.
Dozen? Even dozen?
No, not even. Well, 6. 6 is too few. I'm a 10 SCV kind of guy when I'm going for a bust.
Yeah, I like to bring a real hefty amount of SCVs. Oh, we've got stragglers.
Okay,
I guess
okay.
scan. This is the scan build.
Yeah, this is another scan build. So
And then
the
2?
scan build is when you do 6 and then 2. Yeah.
I love how Vulcan is moving out the Zealots. I think this makes it a lot harder for Terran to get everything set up how they want to. And this buys time.
Exactly. Those 2 goons are actually going to be out pretty soon. And he actually got a couple hits on these Marines at least, but pretty good ring around the rosy there from Moonrai. Going to kill those 2 Zealots, and this is going to be a pretty hard hold for Vulcan right now.
Yeah, it's hard, but there's no bunker yet. I like that he's using the probes. There's kind of a jockey here you got to do where you pull the probes back when they start to get targeted, and then you push them forward when. Let's see, they're still fighting.
This has been pretty decent from Vulcan so far. I mean, a few missteps there for sure, as soon as I start saying that. And I think this bunker's gonna get up, but aren't any Marines gonna get inside? Where's the additional units from Moonrai? Nothing showed up again for, like, that whole push. What happened? Did we supply block?
Well, he's switching strategies, Ozzy. He's pulling back his units, and
Here comes a vulture run by. Yeah, he is just master
gonna-
getting the vultures in.
yeah, he's just knows the weakness of Vulcan. But Vulcan's been like, all right, I've lost to your vultures enough. I'm just gonna rally some goons out.
Yeah, and we have a high ground bunker coming down. Which is fine.
Love that.
I don't
Love that bunk.
I don't think that you can afford to do this, but I like that he felt like he could because he was floating 600 minerals, and I think that's kind of where things went a little bit wrong for Moonrai.
It's different. It's creative. I didn't expect it. I don't think Vulcan expected it. I don't think he's ever going to see this bunker.
Yeah, he definitely won't.
Another attempted vulture run by gets taken out. All right, your Vulcan, you got your safe. You have your expansion. You're focusing on probes. You're going to tech to observer to figure out whatever bullshit Moonrise going to try next. I think you just go observer into third gate into third nex.
Yep.
And then just make a ton of units. Make
Okay.
a lot of Protoss units.
I was wondering what Moonrise comeback mechanic was going to be. It's going to be that dropship. He's going to be coming on this dropship to try and even the score. And
Oh, wow, that's such a horrible choice to go starport.
yeah. Can't say that I like it either, because we're going to be on one factory production all the way up to like 8 minutes or later. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Oh,
But
makes me feel a little bit sick to myself, my stomach.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing about Moonrai. He might win with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. He may win, because anybody can win. It's like football. Any given Sunday, anybody can win.
Yeah.
But I don't think Moon is going to win.
It's going to be 3 vultures because we are supply blocked and we just started our depot.
The old 44.
Yeah, pretty much no matter what's going on in the game, you're still going to get that 44, it seems like.
Yeah, I mean, things are pretty calm. There hasn't really been much fighting, but we did still briefly touch that 44 out of 44.
Yeah. Now, Vulcan's not going to see this coming. So one thing I want to keep an eye on is how many SCVs does Moonrai make during this? So he queued up 1 in his main, and there goes the natural. So let's see how many SCVs we make. I'm going to watch Moonrise supply actually during this push. I'm always kind of fascinated to see kind of what's happening behind the scenes there.
I feel like when you scout siege tanks on the high ground, you immediately pull goons back to your main.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing else for them to do. But, yeah, the vulture drop is going to kill
3,
some SCV.
4, 5, 6, 7. Dude, that 1A, 2A really, really paid off for Moonrai, actually.
Yeah, it did. His vultures have been amazing. And he even he got 1 SCV started. He went home and built 1 SCV.
Wow, that's actually insane. So by the time those 3 vultures died, he had lost 1 supply from when he left his base. But that's actually not bad for Moonrai. That's a little bit above average for him.
It's quite impressive. I mean, it's the UMS map.
So Vulcan, here comes the Citadel Forge. He did lose some pros, but I feel like you're still very happy here as Vulcan. Like I said, the main issue for Moonrai is we've only just finished our 2nd factory, and now we're going up to factories 3 and 4 in 9.5 minutes. And is this going to be a high ground command center, do you think, with this SCV here?
Yeah, I think it is. And I mean,
Ooh, the redrop.
it's probably a good choice. It's probably a good choice.
I think so. I think it is correct.
I would love to see Volcan do a 3-base Gateway Man all-in with a ton of speed lots and a shuttle.
Yeah.
I think that would be a really good choice for him this game, given, like, it's a very safe way to convert a econ lead. And I'll be right back because I'm getting a very important. I'm a doctor. I'm on call for the hospital, so I got to take this.
Okay, no problem. All right, so Vulcan does see that third command center start, so he knows what's going to be on the way. Hang on 1 second, guys. Alright, so it looks like we misplaced our mines so that the Nexus is scouted but not stopped.
Hey, I'm back. Sorry about that. False alarm.
You're alright.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about the mine placement here at 3 o'clock? I actually think this is really, really smart.
Well, it gives him full information on two things, right? He sees the Nexus timing and he sees the state of the wall.
Yeah.
And
how many probes are mining. Like, it's actually an insane amount of information. And if Vulcan at any point just decides to run a Zealot into the mineral line while it's mining, it could be devastating, but Vulcan actually... Okay, I was gonna say, is he just coming over here to clear mines that... Because there's no way you know there's mines here.
oh, Ozzy. There is a way. In all seriousness, though, I'm sure he does know about the mines because we're talking about them.
Yeah. That would make a lot of sense.
Okay.
Yeah, currently 1-3 Nesh, but this game is Vulcan favored.
It was Vulcan favored. I think at this point it's going to be Moon favored. I just feel like it's Moon favored.
You just got that feeling?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I actually know exactly what you mean. I mean, he's only one shy of 12 workers on his natural, which is, like, super rare.
God, he's got 10 mining. That's really good.
Dude, he could just smell that there was a mine over here? Like, he killed his pylon to get inside to kill the mine while he had cannons building, like...
It was a different sense that, it wasn't his sense of smell. Maybe sense of hearing. Or his sense of sight.
Yeah, I'm actually genuinely confused. That being said, I'm sure he saw the dropship coming and that might have been part of it, but... it's a very odd response to it, we'll say. But, I mean, this is good harass from Moonrai because it's very distracting for Vulcan. We saw him shoot up to, like, 1,500 minerals, and Moonrai surprisingly has caught up in supply. And this is something Moonrai does consistently that I never understand, is when you check his saturation on his bases, it's just always wrong, but the dude still always has a high supply. It never actually makes sense to me.
Yeah, it makes me realize that, like, it's not that important. You know,
it does make you
it
feel
just
that
doesn't
way.
matter. Vulcan's done a great job at dealing with these drops. He did take some damage from the first one, but then he took the dropship seriously and respected it, and he put a cannon in each mineral line, which is a really nice thing because it just takes a lot of the defensive attention requirement. I don't know how I'm gonna finish this sentence because it got weird, but Vulcan taking a 5th base, and it's PVT.
Yep. And Moonrai going to be taking that 12 o'clock. He does have his sci-fi. We have 2 armories and 1 spinning at 15 minutes. I don't know if this is going to be 1-1. It's probably going to be 2-0, would be my guess at this point.
There's big fight happening with the no Arbiter. The Arbiter was AFK on the high ground the whole fight.
Yeah, he's going to come in now. That turret's still not quite finished, so it's not going to give any detection. There goes the scan a little bit late. We're going to get a big stasis here on 3 of the tanks and his observer. I like that, because that keeps the observer safe when the vessel flies over it as well. Yes. And is Vulcan winning this fight? It's actually pretty close. We're going to target down the sci-fi. The last Zealot is going to go down, though. But there's only 2 tanks currently sieged.
I think Moonrai takes the fight, and yeah, I mean, we've been on 4 base against 3 base for a while.
Yep. Yeah, that worries me.
But Moon is just gonna take the 4th, and then he'll be in pretty good shape.
Yes. I agree if Moonrai starts that 4th. I do start to like his position long term here. That being said, we haven't started it just yet. We're mining out on our main pretty soon, so we're about to be on 2 base mining. We're going back to defend our 3rd base at the moment. I see no growth currently happening for Moonrai. We're 2-0. Neither armory spinning. We are repositioning this factory, which I do like that a lot. I feel like that's really, really important right now because...
I love that.
Yeah. Like, this has to be kind of high priority, and I actually don't know where this factory is going. Maybe it's going to the low ground? What do you think?
Well, it's going over the natural right now. Mm-hmm. And essentially, I think what the strategy is here is that he wants the factory in his natural.
Yeah. So I actually like this. So this is actually a really good optimization because now it's like you have all these factories in your main, which are pretty spread out as well. But then when you go to your natural, you're already building this 1 factory, and now you can do 2 factory macro here instead of just 1 at a time.
I really appreciate that. It really unlocks, it actually doubles the macro that's coming from that base.
Exactly.
And vultures build in like 15 seconds or something, so you can get a ton of units out from 2 factories. Just looking through Moonrai's base, his main, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 idle SCVs.
Yes. Actually 12. I see 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, that one started moving. So only 14. So it's only 14 idle SCVs. This kind of... I can't help, guys, but think about Primal, where he talks about how his probe count's good. But if your worker counts, like, even with your opponent, but 20 of them's not working, you're not actually doing as good as it might seem like you're doing when you look at the replay. At time 16.
They gotta be working. They've gotta be working.
Yeah, they gotta work.
One nice thing about Arbiters is they work for you passively.
They do.
You just sit there and they work. We got 4 Arbiters stockpiling energy right now. Do you think he's going to go for a recall?
I don't think he will. Zen doesn't strike me as a recall player. He seems more like a stasis kind of player.
Yeah, I do agree. But as I say that, he did go for recall at 12, but Moonrai EMP'd it. Very good EMP.
So, just because I'm pretty sure I'm not wrong, I don't think this is a recall. I think this was we're basically trading this Arbiter out for the sci-fi energy. And I think that was actually the intention. Yeah.
Yeah, I do like that.
Yeah. So
he actually got another one too.
Yeah.
So 2 Science Vessel energy zaps.
Exactly. So now look at this, right?
Like
so now that one has no energy, and look, now this Arbiter is going up for recall, and we don't have any stasis for it, guys. Like, this was super smart by Vulcan.
So Moonrai realizes this, so he's getting the F out of there with those tanks.
Yeah. Yeah, he preemptively, he was like, he shot those 2 EMPs and he's like, oh my god, Vulcan baited me so hard, we have got to evacuate this area.
Yeah, it's time to get out. You just gotta know when to hold them, gotta know when to fold them. And that's a time to fold. Scanner goes down. 2 depots. Absolutely huge storm from Vulcan. Very well placed storm.
Did so much damage.
And he's pressuring the 3rd at the same time, which I think in hindsight he might have wanted to just stay on 12, but I don't know. This could work. There's supply differential. There's a big fight happening. It's very interesting.
Yeah, a lot of chaos going down right now. Zen forcing a lot of trading, which, you know, Zen, he is growing, so any amount of trading is pretty good as long as you're still macroing behind it and not dying. I love that we're on 2 Stargate. I think this is correct. Keep pumping those Arbiters. We have almost another full energy. We actually still have like 3 stasis worth of energy here on these Arbiters. I'd love to get some probes to bottom right and kind of get a few more gateways down here. He is out in the gateways though, which is nice. He's making another Nexus at 6, but I really think mining our current bases is important. His probe count actually looks very low now that I'm looking at it. Like, extremely low.
It is. It is. I think I'm going to have a sip of cola, and Moonrai is pushing with a decent-sized army through mid. Let's see if Zen's macro can hold up against this. He's making a bunch of Zealots. That's what he wants to do.
Yeah, strangely, Vulcan spent 3,000 minerals and his supply didn't change. So I don't really know exactly what happened there. But I do think he's actually going to die here to this push. We're on that +3 mech. It's super strong against Protoss at this stage of the game. Arbiter tech does start to fall off once you're getting those +3 upgrades. If you don't have a ton of the map and you're not macroing like crazy, Arbiter tech absolutely crumbles against late game Terran.
It does. I think, in theory, right now Zen is still in a winning position. But he has to play it really accurately.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, Moon's natural is about to mine out. So all Zen has to do is survive here, and he wins. I think he might. He's playing this very, very well.
Yeah, actually, he's gonna clean this up. This was an all-Vulture reinforcement for Moonrai. I've actually seen this kind of recently from someone playing against Dragon on Radeon, I don't remember who it was, where they had 2 factories and 4 gas. Or sorry, two machine shots with 4 gas, and they were floating like 5,000 gas, and it was like an all-Vulture push, so the supply looked good for Terran, but it was actually one of the most pathetic pushes I've ever seen before.
Maybe they thought that they were playing against Primal because of how the early game went, and so maybe they were just typing on Discord on the side during the game.
Oh, yeah.
Also, it's anonymous, so you don't know who it was.
Yeah, I actually do that when I play against Primal as well. I actually tab out a lot, so I get it.
Moonrai totally blew this game by splitting his force, and Zen played this position so well. I'm very actually impressed.
Yeah. He did lose that Nexus, and he lost a transfer of probes. His economy, despite having a lot of bases, is actually really weak right now. But so is Moonrise, because he is about to be on basically 1 base mining. But I agree, once you're getting late game mech and your upgrades have kicked in and everything, the worst thing to do is start splitting your army against Protoss.
Yeah, like, I guess if you're a retard, it seems like a good idea, because it's like, oh, I'm going to give them 2 things to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not really how the game works. I mean, Protoss just deals with 1, and then goes and deals with the other, and then your armies are gone. And that's kind of what happened.
That is exactly what happened. Yeah, I do think you're right. Sorry, what? Rook?
You ever play Risk, the board game?
You know, I never did, actually.
Okay, well then, I'll save my analogy.
Say
yeah, Moonrise dead. Yeah, I didn't even have one, so let's Yeah, let's move on.
All right,
From
moving on,
exciting to
moving
have
on,
fun.
guys. Stop talking about Risk. We're playing StarCraft, chat.
Yeah, it's StarCraft. I've never even played Risk.
Come on, chat.
Yeah,
I need to start.
chat.
I need to start calling you guys chat. Moonrai doesn't. I want to be like that too.
Shut up.
Sorry. Yeah, I know, Wolfix. This is a little more important. And unfortunately for me, and probably Zero, it looks like we're gonna go to the next game.
Oh, that's right. Because we're gonna have another game of this.
Jiraiya might be solo casting right now. I'm actually not sure.
Well, at some point you just get committed to a series, and I think you're at that point.
I am at that point. We have to finish because, yeah, I just have to finish. You know.
It's like in a game of Candyland where you just have to finish.
Did you say Candyland?
Yeah.
God, I used to play that all the time as a kid, man.
Yeah. You know, you could get close to the end, and you get a card that just screws you all the way back to the cupcake square.
Yeah.
Oh, recall, 12 o'clock.
Yeah,
a lot of tanks in position.
Didn't go great for Vulcan. So when you recall like 8 or so units like that, we actually have a term for it. It's called a recall. And usually what you do is you just plan on having weak recalls to begin with, and you bring another arbiter with it so you can continue doing more recalls until it equals one normal recall.
It's the chain smoker's version of recalling.
Exactly. Exactly.
Is Moonrai gonna win this game again?
No.
This game has been crazy. This is why I love to watch B rank players play, because the games are so much more exciting. You never know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
It goes back and forth so many times, and it's just way more fun than watching slightly sharper players that, you know, the games are just, it's like a...
It's interesting because like exactly what you're saying is exactly true. You asked me if Moonrai was gonna win, and if I look at this game state with like any other Terran, the answer is yes. But when I'm looking at this game, the answer is I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah. I think I'd like to see some more Protoss High Templar from Vulcan.
Okay, this recall is going to clear 12 o'clock, though, and this is actually going to hurt Moonrai a lot, because he does not have very much economy going for him right now.
Yeah, but he has enough, because he's got mid-left going, and he's about to lose all his bases.
Yeah, but breaking up this high ground, there's a lot of storm up here. We need to separate those Templar, though, because if that all gets EMP'd, we kind of lose our chance of holding this high ground.
I don't think he's going to separate them.
Yeah.
I think he wants them to hang together.
And actually, Moonrai is going to be able to defend 12 o'clock in the meantime, so it's not looking good for Zen, even though Zen, or Vulcan, whatever, continues to have this 30 supply lead. It's just not looking good for him. Neither player's eco is moving, though. We have this counterattack going down at 12 or 9 o'clock, so we're fully evacuating, and Moonrai's money is not changing at all.
God, losing 9. I mean, he's only mining at 12 now, and even 12 has got maybe 3,000 resources left. Jesus, I mean, I was agreeing with the chat that Protoss is completely cooked, but Zen has been really crafty with his armies.
Yeah.
He blasted 12, and then he blasted 9, and now he's blasting 12 again.
This is actually
this looks like
really good army movement by Zen.
It is. It is.
Not fighting the army head on and just whittling Moonrai down behind the scenes, basically.
Yeah, and in a way, he's making a statement. Like, he's saying, like, don't BBS me, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, once again, it just comes down to the BBS. He is still mad about that BBS. These siege tanks shooting down all these buildings with their arc light shot cannons, not getting vision on the high ground until after the storm boat to take down those Templar. A nice recall here at 9 o'clock, recalling all 4 of those units to kill a few more SCVs.
God, those storms were so huge. It took out like 5 of those units that were just hammering arc light shot cannons.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and here we go.
Moonrai's mining with 4 SCVs. Massively clumped tanks.
Moonrai is struggling to get some economy going. We have a command center trying to float down to the bottom left to get some mining going. I mean, these tanks are still very strong here. There is a ton of Side Storm energy, though, to punish these tanks as they come up the high ground. But one of those Templar goes down. We have a DT coming out. And is Moonrai going to be paying attention to this DT? And he is actually, so going to get that scan and going to kill that off. But even if Moonrai clears this base, I don't think it can kill the remaining army from Volcan.
I don't think he can. I mean, neither player is mining.
Oh my god!
I would say this feels like the most standard game we've had so far. Interesting that Zen takes it. Yeah, I think Zen can distance mine 12. We're down to 5 tanks. Moonrai is down to 28 minerals.
Yeah, and I think Zen comes, he's going to bring his army back and clear this up, and then he'll be able to transfer and start mining it, this bottom right base, so... It is going to be a win for Zen/Volcan. I don't see a way for Moonrai to win this one.
God, so the series is now a 2-3 series.
Yeah, suddenly with that win, it doesn't seem like such a beatdown anymore.
Right?
I do hate the stasis to prolong the annoyance of these takes being here, personally.
Not a huge fan of the stasis. I think a recall would have been great. I think casting no spells would have been great.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm... Oh, now we're abandoning... Okay, we're safe.
I was a little worried there for a second.
Oh, incredible series. It does... I mean, 2 more... If Zen can just take 2 more games... He wins the whole series.
Yes.
Could still have 4 games, 4 wins.
Yeah, so
7 games, best of 7.
So what Sterling's talking about, just so you guys know, so it's a best of 7. Okay, so in a best of 7, the first person to win 4 games wins the match, and the reason that is, or the reason for that is because there's only 7 games total. So if you win 4, your opponent can only win at maximum 3, right? So
because then you hit the ending point of the series.
Exactly. So like. I mean, that's exactly it. You know, like, even if Moonrai wins more games, up to 3, which he's already at 3, so he can't win more. You know what I'm saying?
I do. I know exactly what you're saying. Because if Zen gets to 4, then max Moonrai can have is what he currently has.
Exactly.
The series will be over.
Exactly.
Just 2 more games. Moonrai chooses Polestar, which we already played.
What are the rules on repeats? Because there were no rules that were stated as far as I know.
The rules were no repeats.
Okay.
Yeah, so no Polestar.
Volcan asking for a 2-minute break. He really needs to go and kind of reevaluate that BBS from game 1.
That BBS got inside his head, but he's kind of gotten it out of his head. Like, he's stabilized a little bit. We just saw him Nexus first, you know, in a very provocative way with a cross-map probe scout.
Yeah.
And absolutely brilliant play.
Yeah, 100%. It's okay.
Moonrai.
So
yeah,
we did eventually realize there are 7 more maps.
There are maps. There are maps.
That's a good point, G5. He's already thinking about the next map. He is planning on losing this game. Is Vulcan getting the mental and emotional edge in this series now?
I think he might be. I think he might be. Like, Moonrai was supposed to come in 4-0. I think a lot of people were expecting that. I think some people were expecting Vulcan to 4-0.
Mm-hmm.
I saw people on Reddit were on both sides. And a lot of the polling had more people thinking Moonrai was going to win. But it's been close.
I was thinking,
Very close.
what if Moonrai picks this map, and then we just say that he forfeits the map because he's already planning to lose anyway, and we just go to the game 7?
That'd be beautiful. That'd be a great way to get a game 7.
I actually would like that. If
I think it's within the rules. Yeah.
If Moonrai says Litmus, Zen joins, and then we say Moonrai forfeits this map, we're going to Metropolis.
That would put Moonrai in a very, very vulnerable state going into game 7, I think. Just being forfeited in game 6. But technically, as the organizer, I have the right to do that.
You do have the right.
Legally, I can.
Just imagining that from Zen's perspective would be so funny. What just happened?
I win Litmus.
Uh,
So the odds on this game, like the books that have this game are mostly in the foreign markets, so it's probably going to be hard for you to get money down. But the books right now have Moonrai as a 2-1 favorite. So Moon is like minus 200. Vulcan is like plus 160. You know, the books charge a little vig. They got to keep the lights on. They got to pay for their employees. But it's Litmus. Anything can happen. 2-player map. We've got Vulcan gonna make a pylon.
yeah. So what cheese do we expect Moonrai to do? Because he doesn't want to play this map, like, very clearly. So what do you think it's gonna be?
Okay.
Two-pack?
So
Good old two-pack?
I think that you are dead wrong. I think that Moon hates this map as Protoss. He thinks the map is terrible for Protoss. So as Terran, Moon is going to play a Vulture Expand with 3 Marines.
So just say standard, because you gotta be a little bit careful when you try to explain what the standard build would be when it comes to Moonrai.
You do.
So the safest thing is to just say standard, because it's gonna be something greedy or wrong or weird dubbed as standard. You know what I mean?
I like it. You use the umbrella term of standard, and that's what we're going to see.
Yeah.
Although he went 11 gas,
Still standard.
and it is technically standard, but
Sky has space for
technically
gateways. I like it.
you also might do an FD.
Could be an FD.
Moonrai's not going to cheese. He thinks Protoss has to cheese on this map, and he's going to play defensively, win a 20-minute game, and then talk about how smart his decisions were.
Yeah. I think that is exactly what we should expect. So we're going to get a 222 factory. Pretty good. Pretty good 11 gas factory timing.
That's actually very good.
Yeah, there's a guy that I know. He does 11 gas to get, like, standard factory timings. So he'll do, like, 11 gas and get, like, a 228 factory, which is basically a 12 gas timing for right side mining.
Yeah, that is about standard, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and have you ever beaten him TVT?
I don't think I have, actually.
Wow. Well, don't get adopted. That would be
horrible. I don't have to worry about that because I already beat him recently in different matchups. We were doing some, like, RVR stuff, and I crushed him as EVP. And
the clock can restart. That's the thing. Don't get too confident, because the clock can restart.
I gotcha. What's the current score? Like
I don't know.
The current win streak.
It's probably like 0 or 1. It's something really small.
Yeah, it's 1-0.
But
1-0 right now.
all right, look at Moon. He's okay. He's going up to 4 Marines and a Vulture. Weird.
So we're doing a Marine Vulture
Oh,
push?
this is so weird.
Or we're just making 4 Marines to defend. Okay. It's just 4 defensive Marines, I guess.
Okay.
Do you think he knows that his opponent's bottom right?
Is he gonna try? Is it gonna
be a starport?
No, he's gonna try to trick the Vulture over the mineral patch, but he doesn't know how to get the Vulture down.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. He's trying to get the Vulture down here, and he spent quite a bit of time running into this temple. I'm not sure how to get the Vulture, so yeah, that's exactly what it's going to be. And
there's no chance that he is capable of doing this.
He's already in the wrong spot, so it's not really a good start for getting the Vulture over. It's still possible, I think, from here, but it's much harder. It might actually not even be possible. Okay, now he realizes it needs to be on the bottom, so we're getting it lined up correctly. And here we go. We're going to go for that hop. Good first try. Let's try again, though. We're going to get this kind of reset here. We are floating 400 minerals in the meantime.
Yeah, 0 SCVs in production right now, by the way.
Okay,
we haven't cooked an SCV in like 30 seconds.
We once again tried to hop from the wrong side. Okay, we're going back here to our base. We're going to queue up some SCVs and stuff. Let's get a little bit of our base going, start the next factory. And once again, here we're going to go for the Vulture hop. Here we go. Not quite going to get it this time either. Vulture goes back to the top side. This is not the correct way to do it, guys. But he's going back and forth because he knows it has to be one of these, either the top or bottom. But we're going to go ahead and give up. We're spending a little bit too much time here. Now there's SCV, trying to find a little bit of a purpose. Gonna go find something to do. So not a bad effort from Moonrai. I will say, like, despite him maybe not knowing how to mineral, and that's fine because some people don't know. I will say though, before you guys like make fun of Moonrai, he does know how to micro Valkyrie. So just keep that in mind, at least.
He does. And he does know how to trick Vultures over mineral patches.
Yeah, he does. It just wasn't working. It just wasn't working.
Yeah, it just wasn't working. It wasn't working, but he does know how.
Alright, we do have the eBay and Armory coming down for Moonrai. We got that 3 tank push coming out. But once again, this is against 3 goons, so our goon count's going to be pretty high. We should be
and he'll have a moment to see it coming. Do you dive on tanks here?
Yes. If there's no mines, you just dive straight to the tanks.
This is good too, though. He's chopping down all those Marines.
It's actually pretty good micro, yeah. That was really good control from Zen. I'm actually really impressed. That actually might be the best showing of goon control I think he's had this whole series.
That was beautiful.
And I'm not saying that like sarcastically. Like, I actually think that was good.
I think he has potential to win here. There are no...
Oh, nice reaction, though, stepping that one goon forward. Unfortunately, going to walk into one more mine, though.
Yeah.
And all these goons are going to go down now. A little bit over-aggressive. Not getting any tank kills either. But
he had it.
He did have it.
He was in a good spot.
There was a chance to end the game there, unironically.
Yep. Yeah, still, he'll be in good position. At least equal, or roughly equal. Moonrai turreting up. Vulcan gonna take a third. Hasn't taken any probe damage this game.
Love the repairs on the tanks. Not a big fan of just walking straight out with all 3 of them here. Not really sure what we're hoping for there. Does lose one of the tanks. Big mine hit, though. But another tank goes down. But is it even
worth it? He lost 1.5 tanks. One of those tanks is one shot.
Yeah, he lost 2 tanks.
Oh, 2? Jeez.
Gonna finish off that bunker. Moonrai, very brave walking toward this tank that's like a tap from death.
God, I'm honestly getting chills.
Does he not have siege mode, by the way?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't have siege. He does not have siege. And I think we may see a game 7.
We actually might see a game 7. I think he doesn't have siege, and Zen could walk across the map and kill him right now because of that, but he just doesn't realize.
Yep, I agree.
Okay, siege just
He's
started.
also, like, he has taken a lot of vulture harassment damage this series, so I can, he doesn't want to walk all his goons and then just get fucked by vultures again, I think, which is part of it.
I actually really like this push from Moon,
out.
walking out with these 4 tanks here. Just naked 4 tanks, no siege, no support.
As long as he's really careful about it.
Yeah, he gets a gun kill. I mean, it actually paid off, right? He knew a lot of the guns were on the other side of the map, dealing with the vultures. Still a little worried for Moonrai in this series. We're getting... We don't quite have siege mode. Okay, it just finished. Okay, so siege mode is done. We are ready to be pushing now.
I mean, Zen is just going to crush this if he just engages while the tanks are moving.
Yep. Yeah, he has a very good supply for dealing with this push.
But he's got to fight on the move.
Yeah, I would love to see 1 shuttle mixed in here.
Yep.
Even with the turret coming down, it still would be fine. The shuttle, can easily just fly over the turret and bomb on top of it. It does take a few free shots from these tanks, and Zen kind of letting Moonrai get set up here a little bit, kind of uncontested, and it starts becoming very difficult for Zen to break this.
Yeah, it does. I think this is going to be a tough position for Volcan to play out of.
Gonna go
He's got speed. He's got Zealot speed this fast. Okay, that could help him. Is it enough? Does he have enough units? There's a fight.
I don't think he does have enough. It looks like Moonrai is actually going to be able to clean this up and push him back. And with this army going down, this third base is now exposed. And if that third base goes down, they are on, I don't want to say even economy, but even bases. And GG going to be called. Moonrai going to take this series and win the $25. Congratulations to Moonrai. I would love to have done an interview, but they are waiting on me for BSL. I don't want to keep them waiting too much, so I do apologize for that. Maybe we'll,
Well, my co-caster went on mute. I guess he doesn't really know technology or how that works. So
shut up. I was talking. The stream could hear me. They could hear me. You couldn't hear me.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, GG, thanks for watching. It's the best NA has to offer. Great players, very fun to watch this series. I'd love to see them run it back sometime.
Yeah.
Moonrai played well. Volcan also played very well. 4-2 series. Love to see it. Thanks for casting with me.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. Sterling, I appreciate it. I am kind of known as a B tier caster, and I really do appreciate you just kind of letting me get on and help me get my name out there a little bit, casting.
Well, I gotta let the little guys have an opportunity.
Yeah. It's
build a brand.
Very nice of you. I'd love to do an interview with Moonrai, but I got to get going. Maybe we'll do some sort of a off-the-cuff interview later. I'll get that for you guys. I'm sure Moonrai has a lot to say. Good series, good games, well played all around. I'm going to see you guys over on Zero Stream. Casting BSO, our boy Wolfix is playing today, so go root for him. Or don't, I don't really care.
Yep, I gotta go, man.
Alright, I'll see you, Sterling. Alright, I'll see you guys in a little bit.